Would everyone please rise? Please be seated. At this time, I invite Class of 2020 Class President Samantha Pfister to the stage to give a welcome. Samantha.
No, those are the speeches for them.
Did she put my phone?
Did you have a speech?
She printed it.
I don't think these are Megan and Allison's.
Oh. Yes, she gives the she put it up here.
Can you just stuff it? Here's my speech.
No. Welcome everyone to the commencement for the class of 2020. I would like to thank the administration and the class sponsors for making this as normal as possible for us this year. I would also like to thank everyone at home watching over the Facebook Live, and thanks to Ms. Smith for making that happen. I would like you all to silence your phones for the ceremony. Thank you.
You're good.
Thank you, Ms. Morton. Just so you know, we did have auditions, and it came down to either Mr. Lansing or Miss Morton, and we chose Miss Morton. At this time, we have two members of the class of 2020 that have chosen to give speeches. I would invite Miss Allison Marintz to the stage to give her speech. Allison?
Thanks for coming, seniors and parents. Everyone here knows me. No matter the situation, I love making jokes. Sometimes I don't even try. My blonde just comes out like a superpower. But I think there is a lot I have learned from our class. And I thought I would share my point of view. Oh, 2020, what can I say? We thought we had perfect vision onto what the future would look like. We missed out on a lot, but rather than talk about the things that we did miss out, why don't I talk about what we had? It all started when we joined together in 5th grade. We all had our own sides, Rockwell City Lytton and Lake City Lorville. But then midway through the year, we discovered that friendships could be formed. Not only did we discover friendships, we discovered family. In our high school years, let me just say our homecoming skills were unbeatable. Everyone loved our skit nights, starting from dance-offs all the way to Disney princesses. Our class is so creative. I believe we should have won everything, but that wasn't up to us. This year's senior football players were incredible. All the videos of, I believe that we just won, after every winning game. The cheerleaders who made our spirits fly. And finally, the supporters that would not miss a game, even if the weather was bad. No one would miss out a chance to support our team. Not all of it was just about football. Our Titan spirit led to every sport, even volleyball, cross country, basketball, dance, and wrestling. We missed out on our track season, and of course this might be biased, but our beloved golf season. Let's be honest, we were just all out for the pizza eating competition. Luckily, our school board has even been generous to add softball back into the mix. Not only were sports part of our accomplishments, but so were the AD team, the NHS, the FFA, and the FCS Club, and Rotary Interact. The people that made the honor roll, for the amazing people out for choir, band, art, play, and speech. We all have made so many memories in everything that we've been a part of. We impacted the school one way or another. One of my personal favorite memories this year that we did was play Powder Puff. It was fun to practice together as a whole class. The only bad part was getting the glitter out of our hair. Sometimes when I shake my head, I still find glitter. Even the boys were in it. We might not have won, for which I still blame the boys, but it was one of the best teams I've been part of in my whole entire life. One thing that I feel like we got the most out of our 2020 classmates were laughs. Walking down the halls, you would never skip a laugh. Whether it was jokes to Mr. Nesbitt about being bald, or Mr. Boyce spitting out a hilarious joke about his trolls, Mrs. Mask Baila Viernes, and even Mrs. Davis's rats running around the school. Not only were there laughs, there were also cries too. Cries about one of our close classmates, Daisy Pippet. She had inspired the good in all people. We wear yellow to commemorate her bright soul. This summer we all grieved in a whole together. I was so happy that we got to know a little bit part of her, and it still carries on. SCC is my family, my home, where I will always find my way back. Country roads, take me home to the place where I belong. Lake City, Iowa, cornfield mama, take me home, country roads.
Just second, I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Good job. Go this way, Allison.
Sorry.
Just get you trained for your diploma. Excellent job, Allison. Our second speaker is Miss Megan Decker. Megan?
If you would have told the class of 2020 a year ago today that there would be a global pandemic that would infect over 5.7 million people worldwide, shut our entire country down, and cancel the rest of the school year, every single one of us would have told you that you were crazy. Well, here we are. Back in the fall, when things were normal, a few senior girls and I decided to join cross country last minute in August because we thought it would be fun. Spoiler alert, the running part was not that fun. Neither was waking up for 6 a.m. practice. But the bus rides and eating meals that our lovely cross-country moms made were quite enjoyable. To Mr. Knapp's dismay, slow and steady does not, in fact, win the race. All slow and steady did for me was secure my place on junior varsity. To be honest, I can't remember what my average time was or what place I got at any single meet. What I did remember was the smaller things, like complaining about those dreaded 3.1 miles on the bus with teammates, eating pizza after the Ida Grove meet, and using those brand new locker rooms. Throughout high school, we were constantly told to look at the big picture. Don't sweat the small stuff. You did bad on that physics test? Well, don't worry. It's more about your overall GPA. Or, don't worry, you have one bad game. You have the rest of your high school career and the rest of your season to improve and perfect your performance. One bad game, rehearsal, or performance doesn't define you, which is true. I don't know about everybody else, but always looking at the big picture made the day-to-day activities like schoolwork, rehearsal, or practice insignificant in the grand scheme of things. Our life is so focused on the big picture. We are supposed to be results-driven. It's how we're wired. So when the coronavirus hit and we all had to bear the consequences, it was heartbreaking for most of us to miss out on those big moments. We all suffered in different ways. Maybe you missed out on your senior sports season, performing that all-state speech, spending time with friends, or those highly anticipated senior traditions. For me, I missed out on the final months in working in the Iowa Senate, something I looked forward to my entire high school career. There's no other way to put it. We got the short end of the stick on our final high school big moments. But when you take a step back and look at those so-called big moments in our lives, they are surprisingly small. To be relevant, let's take graduation, for example. Graduation marks the end of high school. We spend 4 years of our life in high school. That is 1,464 days. This may be a shocker, but graduation is only one of those 1,464 days. That's only 0.07% of our entire high school career. So, mathematically speaking, each day of high school was just as important as today. As cheesy as it might sound, the journey is always more memorable, more important, and more insignificant than the destination. There's a quote that reads, "Life is not the mountaintops, it's the walking in between." Coming from someone who almost holds a high school diploma, I can honestly say that life and high school are more about the walking in between. It's understandable that there is nothing that we are excited about more than the landmarks in our lives. But the journey that took us there is what we were blessed with each and every single day. When I think of people that live for the journey and not the destination, two influential teachers in my life come to mind. Ms. Fong Kwan is someone who comes to school every single day with a smile on her face and fearless ambition to help students learn math, even if it seems nearly impossible to us at the time. She stayed after school hours to help me learn concepts when I was gone from school for too many days to count. Miss VG was persistent. There wasn't a single day of the walking in between that she didn't want to watch a student succeed. On my very first day of high school, a wise first-year choir teacher told me, "Be kind, work hard, and work hard at being kind." Miss Morton could care less about what score we got in a contest or what the end result was of a concert. She cared more about our daily development as musicians and human beings. Both Miss VG and Miss Morton taught me a lot about how important the daily efforts count in the big picture. If there is one thing coronavirus taught us, was to look past the big moments and instead make every single day have a purpose. Now, I'm going to be honest. Like most people, I struggled during quarantine to be intentional with my time and not get down on those mountaintop moments that were lost. But during the past few months, I truly learned the importance of finding joy in the walking in between. Maybe it's becoming more present with family members or tackling something that's been on your to-do list for years. Although it wasn't what we planned, whatever you occupied your time with, I hope you found some joy in the in-between. We have the rest of our lives to focus on the walking in between. Class of COVID-19, or South Central Catholic Class of 2020, let's take that opportunity every day to develop ourselves, learn something new, and love others the best we can, wherever we end up. Whether that is during a global pandemic or throughout the rest of our lives, hopefully being surrounded by 10 or more people. Thank you.
Parents, I hope you listened better than the seniors. Both speakers tried to go out this way. I don't know what to do with them. At this time, we have some recognitions of our senior class, of some of the accomplishments they've done over the past 4 years. I'm going to go through and just recognize those students, and when I ask you to stand, please stand. Any senior who donated at least 1 gallon of blood through LifeServe during their 4 years of high school today are wearing a special recognition by wearing of the red cords. Seniors, if you're wearing a red cord, could you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Have a seat, please. And I hope you continue that as a lifelong journey, is to continue to give blood, because it is much needed. We have another recognition, the students wearing the multicolored cords. They represent the FFA, and I believe it's for the Iowa degree. So if you are wearing an FFA cord, please stand and be recognized. Next, SCC has a recognition. Any senior who earned a 3.0 cumulative grade point average over their 4 years in high school are wearing silver cords today. If you are wearing a silver cord, please rise and be recognized. You may sit down. Any senior who had a 3.5 grade point average or higher over their 4 years in high school are wearing the gold cords. If you are wearing a gold cord, please stand and be recognized. Thank you, seniors. And any senior who are wearing an NHS gold sash, the National Honor Society, those students are selected by the faculty in the 4 ideals of the National Honor Society organization. To be a member, a student must have at least a 3.0 grade point average, must have demonstrated strength not only in scholarship, but in character, service, and leadership. Would all NHS seniors please stand to be recognized? Thank you. If anyone was counting, I'll tell you in a minute how many of those kids are wearing gold, silver cords. There's a bunch in this class. Finally comes the salutatorian and valedictorian, which in this class was a very hard thing to obtain. It's a great class. The salutatorian for the class of 2020 is Miss Megan Decker. Megan, please come to the stage. Megan's grade point average over 4 years in high school was a 3.988. So whoever the teacher was that gave Megan an A-, please stand and be recognized. Congratulations. And the class valedictorian with a perfect, and he's told me he's perfect, 4.0, Mr. Zane Newbaum. Zane, please come to the stage. At this time, I would like to invite South Central Calhoun's Athletic Director, Mr. Mark Schaefer, to present the Bernie Saga Award. Mr. Schaefer.
Okay. One of the things I started doing the last few years, I like to do something called Shafe's Last Lesson. I hope I don't kick the bucket over this year, but this is my last lesson for the seniors, and I know the ones of you guys that were supposed to be doing stuff online weren't doing it, so you're not getting out of it. So anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. I was looking through some of my stuff, and this was a college notebook that I had, and so I bought this a long time ago. I even noticed it had like a little sticker area there for a price tag. I'm like, man, this is really old. I don't know how long it's been since they put price tags on stuff, you know. But and then I was looking through the back page here. It's like, how yellow that paper is, you know. But what I did with this notebook is over the years I would hear different quotes that people said, you know, that I really liked, you know, and I would just write them in this notebook. And so I've had this ever since I was back in college, and I have 310 quotes in here, and I wanted to share a few of them with you here before I get to presenting the award. Number 310, some of the best players are the ones that never play, but instead they are cheering on their teammates. That's from Katie Folsom, class of 2020. So Katie, you made it in the book. Congratulations. Second one was number 166. The fragrance released from a flower and carried on the wind knows not its effect on others. So it is our lives often affect others in ways we will never be aware of. That was from Muffy Keonan, class of 2001. And then number 38, so this was way back, probably when I was still in college that I got this one. It said, blessed are those that have nothing to say and cannot be persuaded to say it. I have something to say. So I'm going to say it. This is my last lesson that I wanted to share with the seniors. I've heard that you all heard it said opposites attract, and I was thinking about that, and this is some of the stuff. You guys wonder what I do in my classroom late at night when you guys are out goofing around. I think about deep stuff like this, and I thought, well, that's really true. But I thought, I had a theory about that. And here's my theory. I think we're all like a deck of cards, and we're all missing cards. We're all missing cards out of our deck. And we are attracted to people that have cards that we are missing. Therefore, a lot of introverts will be attracted to extroverts. Okay? The bad news is none of us are playing with a full deck. People have accused me of that many years. It's okay to feel deficient and to desire the godly qualities of others. I think God puts people in our lives as models, not to make us feel deficient, but to give you a role model to emulate. They have a card that you don't have, but they can teach you how to get that card. Learn from them. Don't be jealous because they have a card that you don't have. There are plenty of cards to go around. Life is about trying to get a full deck. The Bible calls it sanctification. For example, I've prayed, Lord, help me to be joyful and to love people like Ben Ludwig does, like Audrey Hood does, like Mariah Pagel does. They have a card that I'm missing in my deck, and I want to learn what they already know. You're all unique. You all have gifts or cards in your deck that others admire. Mr. Rogers said it best. There's only one person in the whole world exactly like you, and people can like you just the way that you are. You've been given various cards in your deck, but they are all gifts designed to be shared with others around you and to bless them. What I like about teaching is that I can learn so much from the students. I saw a piece of art at the conference art show this year. It had people of different sizes, colors, and disabilities. I remember one of the girls in this picture had like a prosthetic leg on, and they had all different things. They were all different. Instead of heads, they had a flower where their head should be. In the artist statement, it said, "Flowers in a garden don't compete with each other, they just bloom." We so want to conform and fit in. We conform to fashion trends and everything else. We try to conform to be like the airbrushed models on the magazines at the checkout counter. We've gone from bell-bottom pants and poofy hair. I remember that when I was first started teaching. Some of the hair was way up there. To straight hair and ripped jeans. To no hair. All in a desperate attempt to fit in. Everybody wants to be a rose. But some of you are not designed to be roses. Some of you are like big mums, like Bishop King. Some of you are like tiny little violets. Some of you are like lilies. Each flower is beautiful in its own unique way, and they don't compete with the other flowers in the flower bed. And some of us are like daisies. She was a unique flower. She just loved being a daisy. If she was here today, she would be the first one to tell you, just bloom. Because she loved you, because she loved all of you just the way that you are. And together with the class of 2020, and together the class of 2020 makes a beautiful garden. Thank you. The Bernie Sago Award, this is voted on by the coaches. It goes to a senior athlete. And here's how what the Bernie Sago Award. I'm going to read what it says on the plaque here. Presented annually to the graduating student who best exemplifies a patriotic spirit with strong religious and moral convictions, living and professing the qualities of honesty, integrity, and sportsmanship, believing that both games and life should be conducted by the rules. When we ended up with our voting for the Bernie Sago Award, I thought, what am I going to say about the student that got this? And I was sitting doing my quiet time one day, and I was reading through the Bible, and I came across Colossians 3:12, and it says, "Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience." And I thought, that describes this kid. He showed compassion and kindness when he did his kicks for cancer, for JC. He looked outside of himself and he reached out to a family whose heart was breaking. He showed humility. He's one of the best athletes that we've ever had at this school. I can't remember anybody who could slam dunk a ball. And I remember the beginning of the year, I didn't go to one of the first games, and somebody said, "Zane slam dunked the ball, Gene." Zane slam dunked the ball. I was like, oh yeah. it probably. So I went to another game, you know, and as the year went on, I remember telling Zane, you know, you're better on them slam dunks. They got good sound to them too, you know, making that the rim rattle. But yet he never puffed himself up. One of the biggest problems that great athletes have is sometimes they fall in love with themselves. They become uncoachable, but he's never been like that. And then the last two, I had Zane in class for the first time this year, and he's obviously a great student. He was a 4.0 student, but I had another kid in class that struggled, and Zane had the patience of Job. You know, sometimes that kid, but Zane would help that kid study. You know, so when I read that verse, therefore as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. And that's Zane Newbaum. Our Bernie Sagal Award goes to Zane Newbaum. Come on down, Zane.
We'll let Zane get back because he doesn't want to miss what I have to say. So, unless he got lost. If you've ever wondered when teachers go to the teachers' lounge and they talk to each other, what we normally talk about is that class. Well, today in this gym, we have that class. Let me tell you about that class. 75%, 3/4 of the seniors sitting out here have earned a cumulative grade point average of 3.0 or above. That is outstanding. Clap for yourself, seniors. Great job. If I was in the class of 2020, I probably would be just going and finding a job because my grade point was not that high. So great job. Out of the class of 2020, there are 67 members. 58 of those members are going on to some type of post-secondary education. That is phenomenal. Great job, seniors. And really, really important, 5 of these graduates are going on to serve this great country in some type of military service. Good job, seniors. You ready, Tim? Seniors, having met all the requirements of the state of Iowa, South Central Calhoun Board of Education, I proclaim you as graduates of South Central Calhoun Community School District. As Mr. Knapp indicates, could the graduate and their families please proceed to the south doors to approach the stage? As I read your graduate's name, you may come to the center where the diplomas are at. Present your diploma to your child. Hugs are totally and completely appropriate and highly recommended. Then you go over and graduate, you present a flower to your family. And then we go to the wings and go down and wait for the photographer. Mackenzie J. Botts. Lars D. Blaylock. Sky B. Blaylock.
You'll go over here as a group, Lars.
Don't forget the flowers. Tyson C. Blanchfield. Truman S. Boyd Harris. Patrick T. Brown. Gage H. Cates. Zachariah V. Chanchum. Kagan M. Meyer. Tyler J. Dean. Megan L. Decker. Kellen M. Dobbins. You can hug, it's okay. You want to give me a hug? I shamed him into it. Lillian R. Dofi. Kennedy A. Dowling. Andrew J. Ewald. You want a hug? Later. Miranda R. Feldhans. Comes out as a bundle, Miranda. Samantha B. Pfister. Catherine A. Folsom. Jason A. Goff, Jr. Nicholas L. Gray. Kayla M. Grumman. Mariah C. Hardy. Joshua J. Hinkinius. Audrey P. Hood. Jaylyn A. Jansen. Ashlyn E. Kalis. Bishop A. King. I do special requests, so. Brian S. King. Yeah, Brian! Ariana M. Kistler. John L. Little. Bennett E. Ludwig. I don't know if Bennett was ever tardy to class as quick as he moves. Emma A. McKinney. Allison R. Morenz. Zane C. Newbaum. Mariah J. Pagel. Tristan G. Patterson. Hannah L. Payne. Seth C. Reese. Later. Kaylin R. Ridgely. Caitlin A. Roberts. Reagan R. Rolfs. Alexa J. Rosato. Alexi J. Rosato. How's that? Sorry. Kyler J. Sander. Chase J. Scheidegger. Landon J. Sliceman. Elijah G. Schoonover. Jacob J. Schultz. Madison L. Schultz. Haley A. Schumacher.
Don't lose that.
Sano A. Shudo. Be nice. Bryce A. Schmidt. Savannah F. Smith Davis. Daniel E. Spafford. Dana M. Stamp. Haley J. Stouter. Daniel G. Stevens. Kylie E. Thompson. Hunter D. Voigt. Faith A. Wagner. David L. Wiedemeyer. Reagan M. Wielander. Kylin L. Westcott. Jenna M. Wistea. Addison C. Wiskus. You got to start over now. Morgan S. Worley. Joseph M. Wozniak. Class of 2020, would you please rise? At this time, move your tassel to the right side to indicate you have graduated. At this time, parents, I would like to present to you the graduating class of 2020. Great job, people. Seniors, you may sit down. Mr. Schaefer and Ms. Von Glahn will indicate how we need to exit. So, Mr. Honlos, if your fingers are loosened up, play the music. good job of keeping it moving. Nice, excellent. That was as smooth as I couldn't believe it. Despite the hired help you have, it worked well. I don't know what, Brian. I don't mess with it today. It's done, leave it. We don't need it. You know, the past years, we had our schedule closed. Normally, we take first period on Monday and have the kids come and tear it down. I think just leave it today. I agree. I'm not going to argue with you. Okay. Test. Just on loud. Are you going to be at the June board meeting, or do you want me to?